You're about to meet John, a young man who served in the US military but then struggled to find the right career path. And you're going to discover the challenges he had to overcome to build a real estate business and achieve financial independence. If you're looking for an opportunity that can allow you to change your financial future but are unsure about the difficulties you'll encounter, you're going to love this interview and seeing how to overcome the obstacles that stand between you and the control over your income and future that you desire. I'm Brian Bush with Freedom Mentor, and for nearly 20 years, our team has transformed people from all walks of life into full-time, incredibly successful real estate professionals. In fact, many of America's most successful residential real estate investors got their start with us. Throughout this interview, if you have any questions, text FREEDOM to 305 315 8030 or comment below. Now, let's meet John. Well, John, thank you so much for taking time to join us today. I really appreciate you doing this because I know with the experience you've had at real estate, everything that you have been through in your journey, you're going to have a lot to share with our audience. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now, John, I know everyone in our audience is going to pick up quickly. You have an accent. You are not actually originally from the US, but you've been here quite a long time. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
just hit that first and up front here. Your accent, has that caused you any challenges? How has that factored into you coming in and being a full-time real estate investor?
Actually, yes. Sometimes it doesn't bother people know me. I'm used to my accent. So I come here 2009. I've been here like exactly 15 years. When I contact the solar, and some people cool, and they even talk about personal life, and they kind of brag themselves. They got a Chinese friend or Asian friend. The culture is super cool. But once in a while, you do got a jerk to say, "Hey, for God's sake, just go to the ESL class." But
Sure.
I got a good and bad experience on both sides.
Gotcha. Well, as we both know, this is a people business, and you're going to work with all kinds of people, and it's great that a lot of the folks that we work with, despite the fact they're facing life problems, a lot of stress and challenges, our
Yeah.
job is to come alongside and help them. And yet, there's going to be some folks that they don't want help. They're just kind of stuck in their rut, and we also get to choose who we're going to do business with. So that's part of the freedoms that we get to enjoy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Got it. All right. Well, the other thing that our audience may not know is that you actually served in the U.S. Armed Forces, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your service. That's a wonderful blessing. That had to be an amazing experience. And then, did you work a lot of other things before you moved over to real estate?
Uh, yes. The reason I end up in the current location, North Carolina, because I was stationed in Fort Bragg. So after discharge from the army, and decided, well, North Carolina is a good place to stay. So that's why I stay here. Um, After the military, I'm not sure what should I do. Like a lot of folks, just feel confused. I done couple like a part-time job, a server, and working in the supermarket, even like drive the Uber or deliver a pizza, something like that. Just try to take a couple months break, really think what should I do in my life? What's the next chapter? So I saw the Google ad on the YouTube. You know, sometimes got nothing to do. You just like watching the YouTube video, and
Mhm.
I see the banner ad on the bottom part. Say, okay, that sounds like interesting. Let me grab his book, start reading Phil's book, and listen to the YouTube video. And then back to time, it's talk to my wife, and so decide, okay, maybe we should do something different to make our life better. And but it still took us a year to make the decision. I done some research, due diligence, make sure my wife feel comfortable back at the time. So after a year, I bring this up again. Hey, I think it's time. Then,
Gotcha.
yep,
So
join the program.
you were looking for an opportunity and you just kind of stumbled across real estate. Did you have any real estate experience prior to this?
Nope,
Okay.
zero.
Gotcha. And that can be a great blessing, as we'll point out, because you don't have a lot to unlearn, but you were brand new to real estate.
Yeah.
What about Freedom Mentor stood out to you, perhaps compared to some of the other opportunities you were seeing?
I would say the way we share the profit on the program, they more like, okay, here's the 5K, here's a 10K deal, the package. You have to pay them first,
Hmm.
and then you can learn from them. I don't feel comfortable to doing that because I don't know you. Even though those kind of mentor talk a lot on YouTube or they show some knowledge, but I don't know if you can hold my hand. You can. What if you just throw me off the bus?
Sure.
So I prefer ongoing. We got the deal together, and you teach me how to do that. I will do it. I'm a action taker. So after we close the deal, then we split the profit. It makes so much sense to me.
Absolutely. We align our interests and we are both focused on your success, right?
Yeah.
That's excellent. So, as you got started, uh, you chose to work with Phil in the Freedom Mentor program. Was it everything you thought it was going to be? What was your expectation as you came in, and what did it prove out in your experience?
I think everybody expect to making a big money, getting rich quick.
Sure.
That's the goal. But a lot of challenge. I never thought about that. Yeah, it's a big challenge. Sometime about the marketing, sometime like how to talk to the seller and how to communicate on a verbal or like a written form. Uh, Money is another challenge as well because marketing is ongoing thing. It's not overnight. So yeah, a lot of
Sure.
challenge.
Absolutely. So when you joined, what was your goal? Well, you talked about, getting rich quick, which a lot of people look at. They just kind of see dollar signs, but they don't really perceive this is going to require hard work. This is a real business, but it's a real opportunity. What was your
Mhm.
original goal? What did you have in mind to accomplish with real estate?
I didn't think too much, but I know, okay, I got a big picture, big general direction that's I want to go. So while I'm working towards my direction, I can figure out to collaborate my specific goal. Maybe this year, for example, I want to make 100K, or I didn't reach that goal, but I made 50K. And after the end of year, I should like look back, what how I done wrong or right, and so and then next year I can make a plan according to my previous year. Okay, I make 50. I think next year I can double. I got some data to support my goal. That's
Right.
how, yeah, that's how it works in the past years.
Excellent. That's excellent.
Got questions? Simply text the word freedom to 305 315 8030 and we'll help you.
All right. Well, obviously you did some research, you came in and had expectations, but when you were kind of taking a step back to when you were looking at real estate, you didn't have any experience with it. You mentioned some other courses where you can learn the same thing. What compelled you to go do this with a mentor, with a coach, rather than just learning the overall understanding of real estate and just pursuing it yourself?
Oh, that's a good question. I think everybody thought about that. For me, I don't have any experience. I don't even know where to start. Even though you read some book, you just get a single piece of information from different angles. You try to put them together, kind of like a salt, put the paddle together. Um, Real estate is a big giant beast. You, I don't think you can do that by yourself unless you are a genius. You are the top 10, maybe half a percent of people, super smart. You can figure that out. Other than that, you need a mentor. You need somebody to hold your hand to teach you how to do that step by step.
Right, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's important no matter what you're pursuing, right? Who's been there
Mhm.
before, who's done that, who can compress that learning curve that I know I'm going to have no matter what I pursue, so that I can be efficient. And obviously, that's what you've experienced. I'm curious, what do you think are some of the biggest mistakes, perhaps, that new investors can make since you've been there and shortcut some of those, but probably had some challenges as well.
I would say 90% will quit in some point. Just don't give up, don't quit, and make you different. And no matter how smart you are or how like you think you are mediocre person, and some people, okay, how should I say that? I think how you heard like the rabbit and the turtle race, that
Sure.
analogy, the story.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, this story can tell you everything. Yeah, rabbit can run fast, but he fall asleep on the race. But the turtle keep moving, even though it's slow. Just keep moving. Consistency. Don't stop. Don't quit.
That's great wisdom. And then that's really a lot of what I experienced also when I was first starting in real estate, because there are times where you feel like you're running. A deal is going really well, you make a great profit on it, and then all of a sudden you don't have any deals left, or a couple deals fall apart, and suddenly
Yeah.
you're reevaluating everything and thinking, well, maybe that was a fluke, maybe this doesn't work. And I know that's the we talked about a lot of deals as you work through the program, and you had ups and downs. I'm sure you have a few stories to tell from some of your deals. Are there any that stand out to you in particular?
Yeah, I don't know why. Kind of like my personal life, full of drama. When doing the flip houses, yes, the same thing. It's God created me in this way. Maybe that's the God wanted me to experience. Yes, I got all good, bad, and ugly stories. Um, in my life, I don't have experienced someone over the phone crying, screaming, acting like crazy. You don't do that to a stranger, even though we signed a contract. Technically speaking, we don't know each other. I got a lady. Yes. Um, that's the first time experiencing that. Um,
Yeah,
um,
absolutely. Well, and
I don't know
I'm
how
not
to
trying to be
describe that feeling.
yeah, sure. Well, and it's
Uh,
interesting because sometimes we'll share that, for some sellers, a great way to tell there's motivation is when it's like you turn into their bartender or their pastor and they're just spilling their guts
mm,
and sharing all their problems with you. And at some point, I agree, you're going, wow, that's a little too much information, a little too personal.
mhm,
We're just here to buy your house and solve your problem, but that's a lot of
mhm.
the folks that we're working with. They have real life problems and they don't necessarily have anywhere
Yeah,
to turn. And that's why they've reached out to you. And that's how important the role is that you're going to play in solving their problem. This is absolutely impacting their present, it's going to impact their future. And the outcome
mhm,
is going to determine how good their future may or may not be. So there's a little bit
yeah,
of pressure there, but there's also a lot of drama that can come with that as well, is what you're saying, right?
yeah. And I think one factor or trait, if you wanna join into the real estate, is you are willing to helping people. You're not just making money. You have to have these two. Yes, obviously we all like money. We want to make money, but the second one is you are willing to help people from your heart. If not, a lot when you got a downtime, and you just lose your motivation to moving forward. Just yeah, keep that in mind. And if you think that's that kind of a person, um, I think you can be successful. And also, yeah, when you're dealing with somebody, real life problem, some people may threaten your personal life. Or when you're doing a deal, the homeowner acting crazy, they may have weapon. I think we talked about this a while back ago. Agent show up, try burn the people, show the house, and I think that yeah, it's a female. Her boyfriend got a pistol, just standing in front of the property, kind of guard the house. Oh my Uh, yeah,
I can't say we run into that a lot, but it's out there, right? And I think they were
yeah,
trying to say, "Hey, deal's over," and of course, some people you have to decide, is it worth involving my attorney and trying to do this the legal way, or in some cases you
mhm,
just move on to the next deal, and that's part of why we keep a lot of the deals in the pipeline, right?
yeah, yeah, that's true. But also, I got some good one. No, every deal like that, that's the deal kind of make you grow up. And you should realize when you become an adult, and that's the real life. Maybe if you are just a W-2 employee, you probably won't see that in your lifetime. But if you want to be an entrepreneur and a business owner, and you're dealing with people, yes, obviously you needed to go through that. But sometimes the reward is pretty good. One deal, maybe worth 60K, 7K, 70K, 80K. Imagine how many people they can even make that much a year.
Absolutely.
So you make a lot of money, you deserve that.
That
You have to take all the good potato and the bad potato together. That's what I'm
absolutely.
trying to say.
Absolutely. And you have to build some resilience there and also some wisdom on how to determine which deals to focus on, when to cut one loose, when to just really get all the more focused and make it happen. But it's not really one size fits all. And that's part of what you
Yeah.
learn just doing deals. You can read
Mm,
books, but it can't really encapsulate that every deal is going to have unique pieces because it's people and people are all
mm,
unique, right? We're all a little crazy, a little strange, we all have idiosyncrasies and so forth, but that's what makes us unique. That's the way God's made us. And we have to adapt and work with the situation as it comes. When you're able to do that, when you're able to build rapport, you're able to get a lot further because you're working with people that want to work with you. And there's another phrase that comes to mind: people don't care what you know until they know that you care. So I really appreciate what you shared about this is a business of helping people. And if you help enough people, you can see a lot of success in the process,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. That's your
Absolutely.
reward. I think that's the moment. Sometimes I got a deal. It's not that good or bad. It's just complicated. You may be, if I can recall, I got a one, uh, uh, damn, I think it's 5 heirs. Some, some heir like brother sisters. They are not getting along, and I think that deal take like over 3 months, and there's a lot of detail. The problem with the heirs, problem with the closing attorney, and problem with the agent, the buyer, you name it. That's the moment you need a mentor. You need somebody got a decade experience to hold a hand, to help you to analyze the deal, how to talk to like the heir, how to solve the problem, what angle direction you could go to solve the problem. So you kind of like you are combination of different role. And like Phil always said, sometimes you put your realtor head, sometimes put your inspector head, sometimes you just the action taker. The mentor told you what to do, you just do it, and it proved every single time. Wow, that's right! I can't believe I done that. and we closed that. It's a home run deal. I can't remember all the numbers. Probably uh 72 something like that.
Gotcha. And that's
Yep.
I'm glad you brought that up because you had some deals that really took a lot of time and were challenging, but you saw some great profit. You also had some deals that didn't make as much profit, maybe were a little easier, but I've always found there's a little bit of both, right? You'll have easy deals that somehow make a bunch of money, and then you'll have hard deals that sometimes don't. So again, part of what you're trying to discern is which ones are worth working on. Are there deals that maybe in comparison you were focused on high price points versus low price points? Were you able to dial in a pattern for where you were doing business?
Yes. So back that time, I don't think I can choose. We, so I need a close more deal to practice my skill, what I have learned, and that's the process. You don't get a cherry picky to pick which one you wanna do or not. You need a do all those kind of deal to get more experience. Once you grow like high enough, maybe let's say if you are a baby, you cannot drink the milk, right? No matter food you have, you just eat. And once you grow up, you can pick or you can cherry pick it. No, I'm probably more focusing on the bigger or larger deal, maybe light rehab, those kind of deal. I can spend a little bit more time on the house. I can close first, then resale, make it the top dollar. Maybe take a little bit longer, or maybe need a more resource. For example, harmony, and I got all those parts figured out. As a matter, it's happening right now. The money probably will come in today. I already got a note, and probably will close next week. Then finish the rehab, put it back on the market, get the top dollar.
That's great. That's great.
Have something to share? We want to hear about it. Comment below and we'll respond, including me personally.
Well, and obviously you're ongoing doing more deals. You're continuing to dial in your market and kind of keep that machine running smooth. I mean that's got to be a wonderful feeling. But what is that like? I mean, you reached your goal. You made $500,000 with Freedom Mentor. What does that look like for you now for the future? How does that feel?
Um, for the future, feel more comfortable. I would say it give you the ability, the skill. You are confident. You can move forward. No, I don't have to share the profit. Each deal, I get more money. Oh, good for me,
Sure,
right? I
absolutely.
got experience. I once I close, I get more money, and I can invest those money for like commercial deal, maybe buy a couple of rental. That's the ultimate financial freedom, as Phil said. When once you get some money, you have to spend your profit, maybe buy a multi-family or maybe a vacation rental, and use those property generate some passive income, or maybe a apartment complex. One day you don't have to work, you still got income coming in to support your life.
So you've been able to diversify and take some of those flip profits and reinvest them into longer term holds. And I know you and I had discussed that, trying to determine what are the
Mm.
best properties to be holding. But it's wonderful to have that freedom and that decision to make. Where do I put some of these profits so that I'm thinking long term return on investment, right?
Yeah, I'm not there yet, but I'm just getting closer to that. So like step by step. Oh, yeah, each time.
Absolutely. That's wonderful. What would you say is the best thing about sharing profits in the way that Freedom Mentor is set up?
I see this a different way. I would say you gain the valuable experience with 50% discount, right?
Well put. Absolutely.
We make money together, we screw up together, we learn together, and Sometimes you even feel like kind of like your brother or sister. I know, like most of the coaches, like you or Goldberg, and a couple like Susie and Michelle. No, yeah. Sometimes he's really getting along and feel like your big brother, like holding a hand, teach you what to do, what not to do. Sometimes you do feel that way.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then there's some deals where we're actually saying, John, don't do that. That's that's not the way to handle
Uh-huh.
it, right?
Yeah, yeah, I heard that a couple times. Don't waste your time.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's what you came into the program to again compress the learning curve and not make mistakes that you can avoid. And that's a lot of what we as coaches want to be able to continue to share is, hey, we've been there, we've done that. We don't want you to do it this way because we know what
Mm-hmm.
happens oftentimes when you do. And so we
Yeah.
very much want to share our experience to help you avoid problems and be more profitable faster. So that's wonderful. So, what kind of real estate advice would you give your younger self?
Be brave. I really been thinking about that for a while. That's the word I pick, brave. I grew up in a single parent family. A lot of kids grow up in single parent family, kind of lack of the confident self esteem. That's very common. It's not your fault. Like your father passed away, and there's nothing you can do, right? Um, that's natural. Yeah, if I tell my younger myself, I would say, yeah, just be brave. You can take action. It's fine. Just go do it. Life is
And
hard, but I think uh, God is watching you. Is like even a bird. They don't how to say that. They don't plan. They don't work. They still gotta. They can survive. They gotta warm. And you are the human being. God created you, so just don't worry. Just be brave. Do it.
absolutely. And
Yeah.
obviously, being brave is not a matter of not being fearful of the unknown, but it's being courageous and taking the steps anyway, and also being wise, which is back to what you shared. The reason that you wanted to find a mentor, someone that had been there before, so that you could step out and yet have the right help along the way to achieve your goals and keep you on course. So congratulations in doing that, and we've enjoyed having you with us because it's always an encouragement to see that journey, that development from where, as you said, you came in with no experience, and now you've graduated. You're doing nearly six-figure deals. I know the last one that we worked on was a six-figure deal. And as you
Hmm.
said, when you don't have to split those anymore, that just helps the bottom line all the faster, all the more, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. So, what would you say about your overall experience with Freedom Mentor?
Good. Not everything is smooth, but overall, yeah, it's
Okay,
pretty good. I learned a lot. That's how I become myself today. It's not sometimes not just business. This program taught me a lot from you, from Phil, other coaches. Yeah,
excellent.
I like
And
it.
so, would you say that that development is beyond just real estate? I mean, it really kind of is helping you as a person as you're developing and growing along the way, right?
Hmm. A lot of time you will change your mindset and you will change your behavior, and that will change your personal life as well, not just your business side. I don't have a W-2 job. I can tell you on that part, but maybe help if you are a supervisor or something like that. I don't know, but it definitely changed my life.
Excellent. And part of becoming a real estate investor really, as we talk about from the outset, you're the CEO of your company. And as such,
Mhm.
you have to make the decisions at the helm as to where you're going to take your business, what kind of time you're going to put in, what kind of effort, what kind of results you want. And as you continue developing and grow, your goals are going to mature. Your approach is going to become more efficient. But as you're doing that, you're also, as you're saying, developing the skills to continue to make those tough decisions and make sure that you're making profitable decisions for the future of your company. And of course, you're working with lots of folks along the way, right? Not just us, but you're working with attorneys and agents and contractors, in addition to the seller, of course, and then buyers. But there's a lot of people skills that are going to continue to develop in that. But I would say that decision making one is such an important one. And so
Yeah,
that's wonderful to hear that you've seen the results of that in your own personal life.
yeah,
Excellent.
totally agree.
That's excellent. How important would you say in retrospect that choosing a mentor was to your success in real estate?
That's very important. Most of people, you are not a genius. You need a mentor who know what he's doing to teach you to not make the same mistake. They or the mentors seen that before, or even personally made that mistake a couple times, and that's what you're paying for. And you don't have to go through those experiences by yourself. Those mistake is cost you a lot of money. That's why I think the way uh, you get a 50% discount to get the experience.
Absolutely. Right.
Be sure to get your free copy of my best-selling book, How to Be a Real Estate Investor, and that comes with the audiobook version as well. Click the top corner.
And that's just invaluable for the future. So with regards to the future, what does that look like for you? What do you have planned?
I will keep doing what I'm doing right now because I treat this as my career. It's not like, okay, I reached the half million goal, I'm done. No, it's just a starting point. It's kind of like a milestone in your life. Once you just pass the milestone, you just pat your shoulder. Hey, John, good job. Keep going,
Right.
right?
Right.
Um, yeah. Uh, Hopefully I can make more and more money and help more people sell their house and get a couple commercial property along the way in my area. Yeah, get some rentals, build out the portfolio. Maybe one become five, five become 10, so on and so forth. So yeah, one day I will be like early retired. Maybe go in Texas to visit you, or we can grab a beer, or we can do it in
Absolutely.
Texas. Only we
Absolutely.
can go hunting, right?
Oh yeah, plenty of that. No doubt. Absolutely. Well, that's just
Yeah.
awesome, John, though, to see the just what you've shared with us on the development. You were brand new to the U.S. You've served in the military, obviously had a crash course at communication and people, and then coming into real estate, or actually before real estate, everything from service to food delivery and to grow into real estate and take this on and now master it to the point that you're running your own business, you're continuing to do the deals that you choose to do. You can grow now into perhaps some multifamily or commercial deals. That has to be a very freeing feeling. What would you say that really leaves you with? How does that leave you feeling after accomplishing what you have?
Reaching those goals make you feel pretty good accomplishment, make you more comfortable. Oh, no, confident, not comfortable. Yes, I would say both. That's the one part you learn from the program. When you're working with the mentor and to close a deal, make some money, or reach the goal, it prove yourself. Yes, I can do it. So you will gain more confidence. This confidence is incentive you to close more deal, to moving forward. It's a medicine you sell to somewhere. One day you feel down, depressed, feel anxious, nervous, and you take those medicine and kind of look back, take those medicine. Okay, I passed. I done this kind of deal before. I can do that again. Nothing can beat me down. Once you do that again and again, it's upward spiral, make you feel better. You don't need anything like external things or material to like improve yourself or motivate yourself. You got this all right here in your mind.
Mhm. Well, and you have
Yeah,
experience. You've been through challenging experiences. You've been victorious in those. You've closed the deals. You've overcome the obstacle, and as you're saying, that builds a confidence that allows you to take on more, and not feel like maybe you shouldn't or you should be trepid. But back to the word you shared, brave. All the more you're ready to step out and take on more, and that's wonderful. Congratulations.
yeah. Another personal thing I want to share. I'm not sure if you can put it on the video. And actually, I become the Christian like around 2 years ago, and I
Wow.
feel definitely play a role on that part. Um, when when I'm watching like a feels like a training video, sometime he maybe didn't pay attention on that. Kind of like talk about the Christian Jesus Christ a little bit, like as a Christian, you entrepreneur, how you trade the money and the way you're thinking,
Yeah,
and it kind of like a seed and plant in your heart sometime, and feel maybe just one part of the like watering. You just never know.
absolutely.
And that's the business part actually will deeply affect your personal, not just like build your confidence. And also maybe it's your faith, your religion, or maybe it's a personal relationship, or maybe you will meet your spouse while you're doing business. You just never know.
Well, no, and
I
as
think
you've
it's quite
alluded to, God has blessed you, God has brought things your way. But isn't that amazing to use even real estate as an opportunity to sow the seed and continue to preach the gospel and bring you into
yeah,
Christ? What a
yeah,
miraculous, wonderful, wonderful thing. Wow. Thank you for sharing that.
exactly. Yeah, no problem. That's my vision, my view to keep helping people flip
Absolutely.
houses. Yeah.
Absolutely. And that is because to me that speaks of purpose, right? Because oftentimes that's one of the things we talk about when someone's joining this program is why, right? What is it about real estate that really has you excited, or why are you pursuing this? What is your real goal? Because as you have alluded to here, it's not just all about money. I mean, yes, we're here to be profitable, and that's oftentimes what is
Mhm.
going to draw someone's attention to real estate, but it
Yeah.
can't but challenge you to grow as a person. It can't but challenge you, obviously, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, individually, and it's going to demand that you increase, that you make some changes in life. And it's
Mhm.
amazing as that all happens kind of simultaneously. You may find yourself maybe not on the same path you thought you were shooting for, and yet you find
Mhm.
that it's even more. And what you were alluding to, I mean, if you've come to Christ, well, now your purpose is no longer of this earth, it's eternal. And so it kind of
Yeah.
brings you back to what you're doing here and why you're doing it, and being able to help people. You're serving them, but you're serving the Lord at the same time, right?
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you for sharing that very much, John. Thank you for taking time to talk to us. To me, it's encouraging just to see the success that you've had, and that, as you shared, never quit, right? Even when you hit challenges, difficulties, things that are going to make some folks want to quit, and find something that is just comfortable in a way that doesn't have any kind of difficulty. you accepted those challenges, you overcame those obstacles, and you're enjoying the success.
Yeah, thank you.
Every successful real estate investor has a mentor. Get mentored by me and my team by applying to be my next apprentice. Click the top corner.
I hope you enjoyed hearing from John about the challenges and significant barriers to entry that he faced and had to overcome to be successful as a real estate investor. But the biggest obstacle is always education. You need the right skills to find and structure profitable real estate deals consistently in your own backyard. John enjoyed success in the U.S. Army, but needed the right opportunity to launch his success in real estate, and that's why he joined Freedom Mentor. We provided the specialized knowledge and mentoring to allow John the opportunity to build a lucrative real estate business. And through his hard work and tenacity, he's achieved just that and so much more. If you want the opportunity to achieve success like John has, join our apprentice program, and our team will mentor, coach, and guide you to financial success. There's a link in the description and in the top right corner. And if you haven't read it, get your free copy of the best-selling book, How to Be a Real Estate Investor. Again, if you have any questions, text FREEDOM to 305-315-8030 or comment below. I'm Brian Bush with FreedomMentor.com. If you gain more real estate wisdom through this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.